Beginning at age 40, an unseen timer starts ticking within every man. This isn't about the lines on your face or the silver in your hair. It's a profound shift centered around a tiny gland, the prostate, that begins to influence your vitality, your rest, and even your prowess in the bedroom. The majority of men disregard this clock, dismissing the symptoms as inevitable aging until the alarm becomes impossible to ignore. Mainstream medicine often presents solutions that just hit the pause button, but they don't reverse the clock. But what if you could truly change the course? What if you could provide your body with the precise tools it needs to decelerate that timer? I'm Dr. James Mark, a specialist in men's health, and my purpose is to demonstrate to men like you that aging isn't a destination. It's a new chapter with its own roadmap. A decline in prostate health is not a foregone conclusion. In this candid discussion, I will guide you on how to reclaim control. We will dissect the daily habits, nutritional adjustments, and the significance of practices such as regular ejaculation to fortify your prostate and, by extension, your life force. I will provide you with tangible, effective steps you can implement starting now. Be sure to stay with me to the end, because I will unveil the secret to turning the tables on this process. It's a simple change that can reshape your entire aging experience. If you're not yet a part of our community, I invite you to click the subscribe button and activate the notification bell so you won't miss any of our upcoming content. I am very interested to hear your perspective on this subject. If this content resonates with you, please drop a 1 in the comments. If it doesn't connect with you, please leave a 0. Your input is invaluable, as it guides me in producing better videos that cater to your needs. Now, let's begin. If you are over the age of 50, this discussion is among the most critical we will ever have. Your body is communicating with you, but society may have taught you to tune it out. That additional visit to the restroom in the dead of night. The delay before your stream begins. The sense that your vigor has diminished. This is more than just getting older, it's your prostate's subtle warning system. This small, walnut-shaped gland is a fundamental pillar of masculine wellness. When it's neglected, it can become an unseen adversary, escalating minor irritations into significant sources of discomfort and anxiety that can erode your quality of life. This is why our conversation today is so vital. And it isn't exclusively for men who are already noticing these shifts. If you are younger and wish to safeguard your future, you are welcomed here. Consider this your sanctuary, a place where we tackle men's health with the gravity and dignity it commands. What we are addressing here transcends mere biology. The health of your prostate is intrinsically linked to your energy levels, your self-assurance, and your overall happiness. It serves as a direct mirror of your everyday lifestyle choices. In a prior video, we touched upon the advantages of frequent ejaculation as a natural method for cleansing and maintenance. Today, we delve into a more profound reality. What unfolds when this essential gland is denied the maintenance and focus it critically requires? Let's uncover how to transform self-care into personal power, and how a handful of deliberate choices can fundamentally alter your journey through aging. The prostate, a small yet remarkable organ that is frequently dismissed or ignored, is a cornerstone of masculine health. While it operates quietly in the background for most of a man's life, it holds tremendous sway over his physical and mental state. This gland is more than a mere part of the reproductive apparatus. It is a guardian of vitality, an invisible force that drives aspects of men's health we often take for granted. However, when overlooked, it has the capacity to become a silent saboteur, evolving into a source of discomfort, anxiety, or even pain. Previously, we investigated the often unacknowledged benefits of masturbation as a natural means to cleanse and support prostate function. Today, we are going deeper, revealing what occurs when this vital gland is deprived of the care and attention it so urgently needs. The prostate is not a passive component. It flourishes with activity and regular function. When a man ejaculates, a complex series of events is initiated. Beyond the expulsion of prostatic fluid, a sequence of muscular contractions in the pelvic area creates a natural pumping action, clearing the ducts and promoting the healthy circulation of secretions. When this natural process is hindered, and ejaculation becomes infrequent, as can happen during extended periods of sexual abstinence, the prostate can start to develop a state of congestion. This condition, known as congestive prostatitis, might sound benign, but for the men experiencing it, it can manifest as a persistent and heavy burden. The symptoms can include chronic pelvic pain, a feeling of pressure in the bladder region, and even pain or difficulty during urination. These symptoms, while not caused by an infection, can mimic the distress of one and have a severe negative impact on a man's life, leaving him feeling overwhelmed, stressed, and alienated from his own body. Thankfully, a path forward exists. A man's wellness can be pictured as a perfectly arranged line of dominoes. At the far end of this line, you have energy, confidence, and a sense of well-being. But at the very beginning, supporting the entire structure, is one small but essential piece: your prostate. When that foundational piece begins to teeter, the whole line is in jeopardy of collapsing. It all starts with congestion. When ejaculation is rare, fluids accumulate, and the first domino, prostate health, starts to become unstable. This congestion establishes the ideal conditions for the second piece to fall: chronic inflammation, which is exacerbated by oxidative stress and metabolic byproducts. Once inflammation takes hold, it initiates a chain reaction that topples the subsequent dominoes. Discomfort emerges, the feeling of well-being wanes, and ultimately, confidence and vitality are compromised. But what if you could fortify that foundational piece and stop the chain reaction before it begins? The answer starts with the most basic and potent reset button available: regular ejaculation. Whether it's through self-pleasure or partnered activity, this practice maintains healthy fluid flow, wards off congestion, and acts as a natural defense against inflammation. Of course, this is not a silver bullet. To truly reinforce that first domino, this practice must be integrated into a holistic lifestyle. Think of your diet as your primary line of defense. Foods packed with antioxidants like tomatoes, berries, and green tea help protect your prostate cells, making that first domino significantly more resilient. This conversation is about grasping that domino effect. It's about safeguarding the very core of what it means to be a man. Prostate health is not merely a physical issue. It is the launchpad for your emotional stability, your energy, and your zest for life. By making mindful decisions now, you are not just taking care of an organ. You are aligning your entire set of dominoes for a future defined by strength, joy, and satisfaction. Remember, your health is your strength, your foundation, and your legacy. Treasure it. One frequently ignored yet deeply important element of prostate health is its complex dance with hormonal balance. This is a link that underscores how crucial the synergy of our body's innate systems truly is. The prostate, despite its small size, is extremely responsive to shifts in male hormones, especially testosterone and its more powerful derivative, dihydrotestosterone, DHT. These hormones, which are often seen just as symbols of masculinity, are in fact essential regulators of prostate function and overall wellness. However, as men get older, the equilibrium of these hormones naturally starts to change, a normal yet intricate process that can trigger a series of downstream effects. Over the years, these hormonal changes can affect the prostate's size and function, potentially elevating the risk for conditions like benign prostatic hyperplasia, BPH, or even more significant health issues. This is where a little-known connection comes into play: the role of ejaculation in fostering hormonal harmony. During ejaculation, the body sees a momentary dip in DHT levels. While this reduction is fleeting, it provides a brief respite for the prostate, lessening the constant stimulation of its tissue by this potent hormone. This small but meaningful action suggests how consistent lifestyle habits, including masturbation, can be a key player in a larger strategy designed to support hormonal balance and, consequently, long-term prostate health. It's not a cure, but rather a vital supporting element in the orchestra of actions we can take to protect our well-being. If you are still with me and finding this information valuable, please comment with the number 2 below to let me know you're engaged. Now, let's pivot to a topic that carries even more emotional significance: prostate cancer. This life-changing diagnosis is one of the most widespread cancers affecting older men, creating fear and doubt in the minds of many. Its high incidence rate places it at the forefront of any conversation about men's health, particularly as we advance in age. Yet, even in the face of this uncertainty, there is a ray of optimism and a chance to take proactive measures to lower the risk of this serious disease. Scientific research, while still in development, has pointed to an intriguing link between the frequency of ejaculation and a decreased probability of developing prostate cancer. Although the precise mechanisms are still being fully mapped out, scientists theorize that regular ejaculation functions as a biological flushing mechanism. It may help to expel potential carcinogens and metabolic byproducts that might otherwise accumulate in the prostatic fluid, thereby possibly lowering the prostate's exposure to harmful agents over time. However, it is vital to view this information with a balanced and informed perspective. Masturbation, while beneficial, is not a silver bullet or a guarantee of immunity. It should be seen as one component of a multifaceted strategy for prostate wellness. This strategy must include routine medical screenings, a diet rich in nutrients, consistent physical activity, and a mindful approach to your overall lifestyle. When combined, these practices establish a robust foundation for health, giving men the power to take charge of their bodies and their destinies. This is where the significance of screening tools, such as the prostate-specific antigen (PSA) test, becomes undeniable. For men who have a family history of prostate cancer or are noticing symptoms, these tests are more than just diagnostic procedures, they are genuine life-saving opportunities. Early discovery through consistent screening enables timely treatments that can dramatically alter the outcome. But prostate health extends beyond medical exams and data points. It is also deeply intimate. It involves a man's connection with his own body, his attunement to its patterns, and his readiness to heed its warnings. Masturbation can be a way to foster that intimate knowledge. Through self-stimulation, men can become aware of slight changes, like shifts in semen appearance, new discomforts, or different levels of sensitivity. These observations, which are easy to dismiss, are incredibly valuable. They represent your body's communication system, indicating when care and attention are needed. Responding to these signals by seeking medical consultation when something feels amiss is an act of self-respect and personal empowerment. Beyond the physical advantages, these habits contribute to a larger story of holistic well-being. Prostate health is not solely a medical issue. It's a reflection of the profound connection between body, mind, and spirit. To care for your prostate is to care for your vitality, your confidence, and your capacity to engage with life to the fullest. Every deliberate action, from choosing healthier foods to staying active or simply taking time to understand your body, adds to this story. It's about more than preventing illness. It's about nurturing a sense of strength, resilience, and inner peace for the years ahead. By merging mindful habits with a proactive health strategy, men can build a life that is not merely long but also vibrant and meaningful. Prostate health then becomes a symbol of a greater commitment to live completely, embrace the now, and forge a future founded on strength, self-knowledge, and joy. Finally, let's consider a frequently undervalued but profoundly significant aspect of health: the emotional and psychological benefits of a healthy prostate. When men deliberately tend to their sexual and prostate health, they are achieving much more than just physical protection. They are nurturing a more profound sense of self-worth, confidence, and emotional balance. This dedication radiates through all areas of life, enhancing self-esteem and promoting stronger, more authentic connections with others, including romantic partners. The awareness that you are actively prioritizing your health and taking measures to safeguard your vitality creates a sense of empowerment that touches every part of your world. As we continue these dialogues, we will keep exploring subjects that empower and inform, such as identifying the early indicators of prostate problems, learning pelvic floor exercises to bolster prostate function, and understanding the complex role that emotions and stress have on sexual wellness. As we've discussed in prior conversations, practices like masturbation can be a potent tool for maintaining prostate health, aiding in the clearing of congestion within this vital organ. But that's only the starting point. There is a vast landscape of knowledge and methods that can elevate this simple act into a pillar of your comprehensive well-being. Let's explore how we can make this personal practice more deliberate, enjoyable, and deeply beneficial. Too often, masturbation is treated as a hurried, thoughtless habit, lacking the mindfulness and respect it warrants. But when approached with intention, it can evolve into an enriching and therapeutic experience, nourishing both your body and your spirit. Picture setting aside specific, private time to connect with yourself in this manner. Selecting a time and place where you won't be disturbed is more than just a practical consideration. It's an affirmation of self-worth, a way of showing reverence for your body and mind. This private space is crucial for dismantling feelings of guilt, shame, or anxiety that may have developed over the years. By fostering an environment of safety and self-acceptance, you create the opportunity for a more mindful and rewarding experience. This practice also provides a special chance to tune into your body's feedback, an opportunity to be completely present and aware of what it's communicating. Beyond simple pleasure, there is profound wisdom in the sensations and signals your body provides. Notice how you feel, not just in your emotions but in your body. Are you aware of any discomfort, any changes in the appearance of your semen, or any unfamiliar sensations? These subtle hints are your body's method of communication and can be early indicators of a potential issue that needs medical evaluation. Paying attention to these signals isn't just self-care. It's an act of deep self-awareness and personal responsibility. Hygiene is another vital element of this practice that must not be overlooked. Ensuring you wash your hands thoroughly before and after masturbation might seem like a minor detail, but its importance is immense. This basic habit greatly reduces the risk of introducing bacteria or other contaminants to sensitive areas, which is especially important if you use lubricants or other aids to enhance your experience. On the subject of lubricants, selecting the appropriate one is key for both comfort and safety. Water-based or silicone-based lubricants are typically the superior options, as they are gentle on the skin and tissues, which can become more sensitive with age. These small yet meaningful choices are a testament to the care and respect you have for your body, reinforcing the notion that this practice is a valuable and positive part of your health regimen. If you are still watching and finding these insights valuable, please comment with the number 2 below and share which city or country you are watching from. Ultimately, masturbation is far more than a physical release. When engaged in with mindfulness, it transforms into an act of self-love and a powerful tool for well-being and self-empowerment. It is a chance to connect with yourself at a deeper level, to honor your health, and to foster a sense of joy and satisfaction that goes beyond the physical. Embracing this practice, as we proceed with these discussions, I encourage you to see your health as a dynamic journey of discovery, empowerment, and personal growth. Together, we can investigate practices that not only add years to your life but enrich the quality of those years, helping you to live with confidence, vitality, and tranquility. Every step you take toward better health is a step toward a brighter, more satisfying future. Let's navigate this path together. Did you realize that creating a state of relaxation beforehand can dramatically improve the experience of self-intimacy? Allocating time for calming activities, such as deep breathing, meditation, or even a warm bath before masturbation, can have a remarkable effect on your mind and body. These practices help to release the stress of the day, enabling you to be entirely present in the experience. When you approach this intimate act with a relaxed and intentional mindset, it becomes a deeply mindful ritual of self-care that not only amplifies physical pleasure but also nurtures your emotional state. This evolution from a routine habit to a mindful practice elevates the act, making it a celebration of the connection you have with yourself. Consider your men's health not as a machine, but as a complex ecosystem. Every component, mind, body, and nutrition, is deeply interconnected. If one element is out of sync, the entire ecosystem is affected. Let's begin with the mental environment. Masturbation is a normal and healthy practice, a form of self-care. Emotions like guilt or shame are like a toxic pollutant in this ecosystem, often originating from outdated societal programming. Do not allow that to shape your personal reality. Masturbation is not a selfish act, it is an act of kindness, a method for encouraging self-discovery and acceptance. Embrace your sexuality with compassion, as it is a natural and vital part of your personal ecosystem. However, as with any ecosystem, diversity is essential for resilience. Routine can breed complacency. Therefore, explore variety. Introduce mindfulness, different settings, and new sensations. Transform the practice into a meaningful experience, always practiced in moderation to preserve a healthy balance with other aspects of your life, such as relationships and personal interests. This is where I must share the true reason behind many prostate issues and, more importantly, reveal how a simple grape juice hack is empowering men to shrink their swollen prostates without medication or surgery, finally freeing you from the most aggravating symptoms. The post-urination drip, the persistent need to go, the weak stream, and that uncomfortable burning sensation. All of this can be addressed without relying on costly prescriptions, invasive procedures, or extreme dietary overhauls. This revolutionary breakthrough has been a well-kept secret by the pharmaceutical industry. Why? Because their profits depend on keeping you hooked on temporary fixes that only mask the symptoms but fail to tackle the underlying cause. They prefer you remain in the dark because a healthy man is not a repeat customer. So, if you are tired of waking up multiple times a night, if you are embarrassed by having to suddenly leave a meeting or family event to find a restroom, or if you feel a blow to your masculine identity because your intimate life has suffered, I strongly encourage you to watch the brief, eye-opening presentation I have created for you. I have pinned the link to this exclusive video at the very top of the comments section. Click on it, open it in a new browser tab, and view it as soon as you finish this video. It is the most critical piece of this entire puzzle. Now, let's fortify the landscape of this ecosystem with Kegel exercises. These simple yet potent movements strengthen the pelvic floor muscles, the very terrain that supports your prostate and bladder. Performing them regularly can enhance prostate health, help prevent incontinence, and even intensify your orgasms. And the best part is that it's a discrete exercise you can perform anywhere, at any time. Finally, let's talk about the fuel that powers it all. Nutrition is the sun and water of your ecosystem. Foods high in antioxidants, such as tomatoes, for lycopene, nuts, salmon, and leafy greens, are crucial. They combat inflammation and shield your cells. On the other hand, ultra-processed foods and trans fats are like poison to the soil. View your diet as a form of self-love, nurturing your ecosystem from the inside out. Embracing this aspect of yourself with curiosity and confidence can yield significant emotional rewards, helping you feel more in touch with who you truly are. If you ever feel uncertain or have concerns about your sexual health, please do not hesitate to seek support. Speaking with trusted friends, a partner, or a healthcare provider can be incredibly liberating, offering clarity and reassurance that can lead to a deeper sense of self-understanding. Above all, do not underestimate the value of routine medical checkups. Regardless of how well you feel, periodic visits with your doctor are essential for identifying potential problems early on, when they are most effectively treated. Masturbation can even function as a useful health monitoring practice, providing you with insights into your body's current state. During these moments of self-intimacy, you might become aware of subtle shifts, such as changes in semen consistency, unusual sensations, or different levels of sensitivity. These observations are incredibly valuable. They are your body's method of signaling when it requires attention, and acting on them quickly can make all the difference. Was there a particular insight that changed your perspective or a habit you now feel motivated to implement? Share one thing you learned today that you plan to integrate into your life in the comments below. I would be delighted to read your thoughts. If you gained value from our conversation, please don't keep it to yourself. Assist others on their own paths by liking, sharing, and subscribing to our channel. Together, we can foster a community where discussions like this one empower and support everyone. Your health, vitality, and happiness are worth the effort. Let's walk this journey together.